Continuing his testimony before commissioners of the Local Government Commission of Inquiry, David Gomez, Director of Governance, Ministry of Lands and Regional Administration, discussed the equalization grant, decentralization of policies and projects of the councils.
Last week you were taking us through the various grants that central government gives to the area councils. Now you had spoken about the conditional grant and the general grant, yes? Can you please tell us about the equalization grant?
Equalization grant, as the name implies, is just to bring all the parties on board. We have 8 different councils. By way of revenue, they are miles apart. Some, their revenue base are healthy, others are poor. So in an attempt to bring about equity, in an attempt to close the gap, or to attempt to close the gap, that's what brought about the equalization grant, which should target those councils that are adequately lagging behind, especially in terms of service delivery. That's the purpose of the equalization grant.
And can you tell us which councils specifically it usually targets?
Yes, apparently it has, to the best of my knowledge, it has never been dispersed. But if it were to be dispersed, smaller councils, notably Kuntao Area Council, will be the priority, being the smallest in terms of size and in terms of revenue base.
Highlighting his roles and responsibilities to harmonize the policies, he told the Commission that it is challenging because in some instances, there are overlaps in the work of some sectors within the councils. Responding to lead counsel Yakar Cox's question on the revenue source of the councils, the witness explained some of the changes made to the control of revenue sources initially under councils.
Can you tell us about the revenue sources of the councils?
Yeah. Revenue sources for councils varies, but basically have rates and taxes. And before, you also have mining, and for some councils to be sand mining, in particular. The TDA, that is the tourism development areas, were also a source of revenue for them. The billboards was also a source of revenue for them. The cattle, what you call cattle tax, that is levied or was levied on cattle, was also a source of revenue for them. But sadly, some of these revenue sources have been eroded. In others, have been legally taken away from councils. But of course, they maintain their rates, their taxes,
That's the only one they
property
maintain.
taxes, etc.
So out of the 5 revenue sources that you have listed, is only one that they maintained? Because you've mentioned rates and taxes, mining, the TDA fees, billboard fees, and cattle taxes. So all the 4 out of the 5 are no longer with the councils.
On the issue of projects, the witness said council work with ward development committees for effective implementation of projects. He, however, pointed out that sustainability is always a major problem for council projects.
The other one is the billboards, and that is due with the NRA, National Roads Authority.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why was this transferred, or why was this relegated to the National Roads Authority?
Yes, the argument was councils, on the other hand, said they should collect from billboards, while the NRA, on the other hand, said no, they should do the collection because the maintenance of the highway lights were the sole responsibility of NRA and not councils. And I can remember or recall when these highway lights were put in place, councils were not involved from the word go. Until after installing them, then government say, council, you take care. And one may ask, in that situation, are we fair to council? So this was the debate. And that is why NRA said they are responsible for the maintenance of the highway lights whenever they go faulty. So they should be collecting whatever proceeds may emanate from billboards.
The witness also clarified that car park fees are collected by GRA, not directly by councils. Sit-ins continues. For the news, I am Aissatou Jata Gassama.